If you're looking for simple Mother's Day treats to make with a touch of Southern elegance, in this candy apple tutorial, I will show you how to make both chocolate covered apple slices and chocolate covered Rice Krispies. I have a question for you. Is it too much or just plain greedy to have both at one time? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. This is Candy Apple TV with DIY Queen Diva. I have my Ghirardelli wafers. I am going to melt this down. I have 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I like to give it a stir, get the vegetable oil marinated all on the chocolate wafers. So I put this in the microwave every 30 seconds until the chocolate is fully melted. Okay, here's the first 30 seconds. It's not fully melted. Not yet. It's not fully melted, but it did melt. So you give it a stir. And this is what it looks like. So give it another 30 seconds. Here's the second 30 seconds, okay? And this looks good and melted, yes. Very good and melted. On my gloves here. Now, you can cut these and make it 4, but I don't like cutting my silicone molds. I just don't. You want to make sure you are getting the chocolate throughout your silicone mold. Right here is when it can be convenient when you cut your silicone mold up into pieces, but I just don't like that. So try to cover your silicone mold without spilling the chocolate like this. So now I am going to get a treat brush after I wipe this chocolate up and just make sure the chocolate is all the way up to the top until it's fully covered. I'll probably do this about 2 or 3 times. Now you want to give this silicone mold a shake and place it in the freezer for about 2 to 3 minutes. It's been 3 minutes and my chocolate is frozen. So now I am going to add more chocolate to thicken the chocolate up so it will not be thin, because you don't want your chocolate thin. You'll be able to see through if you do not thicken this up, or it can be really fragile and break. So you don't want that either. So what you need to do is add more chocolate and apply the same thing that you did at the beginning. Make sure you have enough chocolate to the top of the silicone by using or applying your treat brush to bring the chocolate up. Shake the chocolate throughout the silicone mold. Make sure you have covered the silicone mold in areas that you did not get. Now place in the freezer for about 3 minutes. For the covered chocolate apple slices, I get a Granny Smith apple and I slice the apple. Then I core out the middle with like a small cookie cutter to get the apple seeds out. Then I place the apple slices inside of some lemon juice. I pour lemon juice over the apples. And then I slice the apples up some more so they can fit into the silicone mold. Now, I am making not only chocolate covered apple slices, but I am also making chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats. Instead of using apples, I'll use the Rice Krispies. Now, is that being greedy or not? Maybe. I want both. Let me know down in the comment section if I'm being greedy. Take your apples out of the lemon juice and dry them with a paper towel. Now you want to slice your apples up thin enough or small enough to fit inside of each silicone mold. So too, I will be making chocolate covered apple slices, and the other two I am going to put Rice Krispies in.
Talking about dinner, it ain't even dang on 12 o'clock. What time is it?
1 o'clock.
Okay.
Honey, child, everybody is greedy. This is the perfect time to go on a diet. And get your Rice Krispie treats. Now you can flatten your Rice Krispies and use a cookie cutter or however you want to do it to get your Rice Krispie inside the mold. It's up to you. Just make sure whatever size cookie cutter you use, you have enough room around the sides to pour the chocolate in, because you want to make sure that chocolate gets on the sides, honey. Carefully pour your chocolate. Make sure you get the sides as well as the top. Any chocolate that spills over, get a damp paper towel and wipe it off. I am just making sure the chocolate got down in the sides, because the last thing I want is to pop this baby out and you can see the Rice Krispie treat. Now pour your chocolate over your sliced apples for your chocolate apple slices. Make sure you have chocolate all the way throughout the silicone mold, no spaces or holes. You want to cover any holes you have with a spatula or whatever you have. You can also use a cookie scribe. I don't know where mine is at. Give it a little shake and then place it in the freezer until your chocolate is solid. This can take anywhere from 15-20 minutes. Before placing in the freezer, make sure your silicone mold is pretty clean so when you pop it, you won't have any extra chocolate like on the sides. So make sure you get all that extra chocolate that may have spilled out. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. I am getting ready to pop out my chocolate covered apple slices and my chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats. It's a good idea to wear gloves when popping these out so that you do not leave your fingerprints on the treats. Lord, fooling with that daughter talking about she was hungry. I forgot to put the sticks in. So what I'm going to do, there's different ways I can do this, but I'm so heavy-handed, I don't want to mess it up. So what I'm going to do is just add chocolate, dip the stick in chocolate, and then add it on the back. Let it set, and then I'm going to place these in the freezer again just to make sure that chocolate's set. Okay, it's all good now, but once I'm done, I am going to place them back in the freezer just to make sure that chocolate gets hard on the stick. Okay, next will be to make the edible images for Mother's Day for your chocolate apple slices and your chocolate Rice Krispie treats. Some of you have already sent me messages telling me that, hey, I just cannot afford a Cricut or a printer, an edible printer. So I am making these in which I can mail the physical product out so you can order them. I am making these edible images available two ways. You can download it in Canva and print them out yourself on your own edible printer and cut them on your own Cricut. But some of you stated that you do not have the equipment, so therefore you can order these and I will mail them out. I will mail the physical product out to you. I'll leave that link down in the description box or go to candyapple.tv. This is the edible glue that I am using to put on the back of the edible images so that it can stick to the chocolate. Only apply a thin layer. Attach it. I have pink buttercream for the rosettes and green buttercream for the leaves. I have cake tips number 18 and number 352. Number 18 is for the rosettes and number 352 is for the leaves. So when you apply your buttercream, you just squeeze, go around in a rotating circle and let up. And you just keep doing this around the edible image that you have placed on your chocolate apple slices or your chocolate Rice Krispie treats. Now, take your green buttercream and apply your leaves. Now I am going to apply these cute bows. And if you do not know how to make bows, I have a whole TV series on how to make bows, over 40 videos on how to make bows for candy apples and sweet treats. Apply a small amount of hot glue on the back of the bow and attach it to your treat stick. You can click on the link on my trending bows for candy apples and sweet treats, or you can click on that link down in the description box. If you have enjoyed this candy apple tutorial, make sure you stay tuned to watch my next candy apple tutorials coming up right here on Candy Apple TV. I'll see you in a few seconds over in my next video.